Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Virtually Seeing the World. In this episode, we will be exploring the city of Darwin in Australia. We will be taking off from the Darwin International Airport, heading up north, then having a look to see what's down here, all the way down to the city center, and around in a big circle, going back towards the airport. See the world! We're just going to take off from the Darwin International Airport and head north. Darwin is a city with a population of 150,000. It used to be called Palmerston after a British Prime Minister, and in 1911 it was renamed to Darwin. Darwin's had a pretty rough history in that it's been destroyed 4 times. Once in World War II in 1942, when 188 Japanese warplanes bombed Darwin. It was the same fleet that bombed Pearl Harbor as well. And then 3 times by cyclones, most recent in 1974. So it's had to rebuild itself quite a few times. In 1869, it was established, and the average temperature ranges between 23 and 32 degrees Celsius. So it's got a pretty nice moderate temperature. In 1839, the story begins with HMS Beagle, a British ship at the command of John Clements Wickham, who was the captain. They coincidentally came here. You're looking at the Lee Point beach, Lee Point area, which has barbecues and a lot of picnic areas. And that's where the name came from for Darwin, and that Captain Wickham named it after the explorer and naturalist Charles Darwin. In 1875, the white population was 300, and they all started coming down for the gold rush, and it became quite a big place to go and venture into doing mining. And there's still a lot of mining activity in North Australia today. As we fly alongside, we're now turning south. In the distance you see the Charles Darwin Royal Darwin Hospital. Just past the hospital you'll see a neighborhood on the left and the beach on the right. It's called Casuarina, and the neighborhood is named after the palm trees which grow alongside the beach. And straight ahead is the Charles Darwin University. It hosts over 20,000 students. Straight ahead is the neighborhood of Nightcliff, right around here. And the story goes that in 1839, after the Lee Point beach, they arrived here and finally got on land. And because it was night and there were cliffs, they called this area Nightcliff. It's quite a popular spotting and very nice walks. Very romantic long walks along the beach, kind of a place. We're now heading towards the East Point Reserve, which also has the Darwin Military Museum underneath us. a lot of aviation history, including Amelia Earhart, Amy Johnson, and Sir Charles Kingsford Smith around Darwin. In 1919, Captain Ross Smith won a £10,000 prize for completing a London to Australia in under 30 days kind of a flight. He landed just sort of behind us on an airstrip that is now called the Ross Smith Avenue. And straight ahead you see the Botanical Gardens towards the left, but first on the right is the Museum of an Art Gallery. Just a big building we're about to overfly. And like I said, Botanical Gardens will be straight ahead to the left. And towards the right you've got the Mendale Beach and the beach markets. Darwin is known for its great markets. So if you ever visit, that's where you're good to go. And we're just going to head towards a really nice place for sunsets called Colin Bay. You can kind of see it straight ahead. We'll just overfly it right now. It's quite a good place for locals to go and go to restaurants and nightlife and so on. We'll now turn left and head towards the center of Darwin. We'll straight ahead overfly Crocosaurus Cove, where you can hold baby crocodiles. Straight towards the right side you'll see the Legislative Assembly of Northwest Territories. But we will head straight towards the Convention Center. It's in the far left distance. And just before the Convention Center there is the wave pool, very popular place. You can see it kind of straight ahead. The Convention Center is right, just center right to us. And towards the right side you've got the Darwin City Lagoon. It's the only safe place to swim as it's separated from the sea slightly, so there is no risk of dangerous creatures. And we'll turn around so you can get a better idea now. The lagoon to your left, Convention Center, and the wave pool right past it. We'll take a quick flight through the city center so it gives you a bit of an idea of what Darwin looks like from above. And we'll turn right and head towards the fishing marinas. You can imagine there's a lot of fishing activity just straight ahead towards the right side. And there's a nice, very expensive neighborhood called Bayview Marina straight ahead where you can buy $1 million houses. And just past it, past the motorway, I don't know if you can see the highway straight ahead, is the Royal Australian Air Force Base, right next to the airport, which is also straight ahead. And we'll kind of turn right before that. Turn right now and fly towards the Charles Darwin Park on the right hand side. And the left hand side is also quite a nice neighborhood. It's more of an industrial place all around here. There's now a bit of residential around here, but it's still mostly industrial. And we will fly towards the Darwin Aviation Museum straight ahead in the distance, where the US Air Force, still on a permanent loan, has a B-52, which is here in this museum. One of very few. I think there may be 2 or 3 in the world. This is one of them in here. Not much here in Flight Simulator, but you can just imagine it's there. And we'll turn left and head back towards the airport now. I hope you enjoyed our flight through Darwin today. Be many episodes coming up. We'll land and we'll see you next time when we head east and north of Darwin and explore that area. Bye bye.